Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into ICRC's coverage of Mariemont Lacrosse. I'm Will Stevens alongside Trey Gabbard, and tonight the girls take on the Indian Hill Braves in an early season rivalry matchup. Trey, how excited are you to get this underway?
I am very excited to call this game with you here, Will Stevens. It's a CHL matchup. They're always going to play each other tough. The only downside I see in this game is the weather right now. It is 43 degrees. The sun is out and shining bright, so once you're standing still, the sun isn't that bad. But this wind is brutal. Running through the field, just having that wind go against you, it's definitely going to be cold. Excited to see how the girls are going to play in this weather.
Yeah, definitely going to be a battle through the adversity. You couldn't draw up a more even game. They actually tied in their matchup last year, Trey.
Yeah, I did see that. They both played hard, and they had 12 goals apiece. Hopefully the same thing later in this game that we're going to see. I want to see both teams win. Of course, I'm a Mariemont fan, so I want to see Mariemont win a little bit better. But a good game is the best game.
Yeah, also these teams losing a couple of key seniors from last year. Before we get started, though, we're going to go into the national anthem. We'll go to break for that. Be back in 2 minutes.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
CWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freestone Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Harbor ties the score.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
Cross players graduated for both of these squads last year, so some younger Braves and Warriors teams looking to make some noise in 2025.
Yeah, piggybacking off of what you said, Will, some key points for Mariemont. The key players that they lost are CC Kuwach, who led the team in goals last year, Brennan O'Brien, who was a brick wall in the goal, and finally Emmy Tebby, who is currently playing lacrosse in Salisbury, was a great player for Mariemont. Excited to see her this year and see how she does in college. But the Warriors this year are going to have to step up, are definitely the seniors. You have Katie Whitmore, Laurel Black, Ellis Kaiser, Macy Hampton, and I believe that's it.
Yeah, I think, those are the captains we saw at midfield, the leaders of this team, Charlotte Solar, Piper Farrell, Lily Kaplan, some of the underclassmen could make a difference today. So going to be an exciting one to watch. As for the Braves, you're going to be on the lookout for sophomore Callie Adams and senior Cassie Larson, leading the team so far through their 2 games. They're 1-1. The Warriors come into this one undefeated through their first game.
Yeah, and before we went to break, we kind of recapped on the game last year, so a quick touch up on that is Mariemont's record last year was 11-8, and they were defeated in the 3rd round of the tournament by CHCA. They made it pretty far, and they're looking to have that momentum, that mentality to get back there where they was this year. And for Indian Hill, they were 16-4, and they were defeated by CHCA after the Eagles beat Mariemont.
Yeah, so definitely some state tournament hopefuls this year. As let's go live to the action. Looks like it's going to be number 18 for Indian Hill, Callie Adams taking the draw, and Charlotte Solar for Mariemont. This one is controlled by the Braves early. They get out on the attack into the attacking third here.
Nice pass going on from the Braves here.
They're looking to make something happen early, and they do. It's a quick goal on possession number 1 for Jesse Robinson, the lengthy senior, getting one past Billups.
Yeah, Billups is going to have to step into a big role here. As the goalie for Mariemont, Brenna O'Brien lost, obviously a big loss in this Mariemont offense and their defense. They obviously played goalie, so Lily Billups kind of step up in her shoes and not let that ball get past her.
Yeah, Robinson, not one of the more prolific scorers on this team, but, plays on that offensive set and does a lot of good things for the Braves.
As we go to the draw here, once again, see if Indian Hill can continue their early draw success.
Laurel Black takes this one. It's going to be a ground ball for the Warriors that is picked up by Solar. She takes it up the sideline, cradles it to the middle.
As you said earlier, Will Stevens, Charlotte Solar jumping into that captain role here as a junior.
Yeah, her sister playing lacrosse at the University of Cincinnati right now. Charlotte also a star on the golf course for the Warriors. So comes from a family of athletes and is looking to, follow in her sister's footsteps. Warriors looking for a shot here, and this one's turned over. They were looking for Kaplan over the middle, and now a skirmish ensues. Whitmore controls it in the corner, gives it back to Charlotte.
And it looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Braves.
Yeah, the Warriors will control this one. It's Piper Farrell taking the freebie. This one is saved. That's a nice save from the goalie Givens. Farrell, just an absolute stud out on the field, Gabbard.
Yeah, Piper Farrell actually has a crazy stat line with Laurel Black, one of the senior captains on this team, is they both have contributed to 13 assists out of the 16 goals on this team, which is an insane stat line that I think in my eyes is, they're very good team players. As we get a look back here on the save, Piper Farrell lines up the shot. Obviously didn't get a chance to go in.
Yeah, Givens gets that right leg on it. Looked like the Warriors were applying some serious ball pressure to Givens there as she tried to control the loose ball, and I like that aggressive mindset out of this Coach Ferry-led team. I know that's a trademark of them every year. Now we're going to get a call against the Warriors. Looked like number 4, Olivia Rippertella, picked up that one in the backfield.
Yeah, I know we talk about this almost every time we do a broadcast, Will, but the fact that Mariemont is a smaller school gives a lot more younger underclassmen a chance to play and get on the field and show what they can do. And so far this year, the underclassmen have got to step up. Obviously, the seniors are going to be the team leaders of this offense, but they're Lily Kaplan. She's a junior, but she has great ball skills, and she can go to the goal anytime that she wants, and she gets a big role compared to the seniors.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now the Braves tossing it around the Mariemont end zone. This one is knocked down, and Farrell's going to get out on the break. Yeah, we talked to Coach Ferry, Trey, before the game, and he was telling us that this is, one of the more inexperienced teams they have, but this is a great opportunity in a rivalry matchup for them to showcase some of the girls that the rest of the city and the state really haven't seen play those big roles for the Warrior team.
Yeah, the Warriors here have a big burden to carry on their back. Before the season started, they were actually ranked 2nd in all of Cincinnati for girls lacrosse.
Yeah, and obviously the boys program, I think, was a little bit lower on that ranking this year, but, just 2 stalwarts of teams every year. So we'll see what kind of noise they can make in the postseason. It looks like Kaplan is fouled here. Warriors still looking to break the ice.
So we get a replay right there. Just a nice pass, and then gets fouled on the way, so now she gets a free shot.
Yeah, Kaplan breaks in. The Braves do get to her, but she puts it past Givens for the Warriors' first goal of the night. And it's the sophomore Kaplan getting the scoring started. Braves apply some pressure, but she fights right through it, Trey.
Yeah, Lily Kaplan, like I said her name earlier, she's a great offensive player, ties the game up for the Warriors. Excited to see this back and forth matchup ensue.
Yeah, I know both her and Farrell have been recognized for some achievements over the summer with their travel lacrosse teams. So obviously bright futures ahead for both of those girls, but they're focused, in the present and getting this win tonight and having a nice season in their underclassmen years. Looks like Black is going to win this one, and the Warriors control it.
I believe that is Charlotte Sower down the side.
She looks to penetrate into the middle now. Finally, the Braves step in front.
One thing I do like about this Warriors team is they are a very fast-paced team. They're looking to get to the goal as fast as they can as they try to fight through the defense here, and they get a shot on goal, and it goes in.
Ellis Kaiser with the goal there, her first of the night. Nice action there. I thought she would give that up once she got near the crease, but turned around and snuck one past. Have another look at it, Trey.
Yeah, I mean, she just fights through the defense, gets an open lane, then she takes the shot, and obviously you know what happened next.
Yeah, that's a tough goal right there. Another person hailing from, her sister played, basketball and lacrosse at Mariemont. Ellis, a star in the lacrosse field, so runs in the family for a lot of these girls on the field today.
And one thing I do like about this Mariemont program is they always introduce how many years they've been playing lacrosse, just to show everybody they're very well experienced.
So the Warriors take their first lead of the night. Braves yet to, put any real pressure on Billups in net after that first goal.
Scram for the ball, and it's going to go in the Warriors' possession as another foul is called on the Indian Hill Braves.
And Trey, that's one where I think I got to be honest in the booth. I'm not quite sure why the Warriors get awarded the ball there, but I'm sure they're more than happy to take it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be complaining. So it's going to be a foul against the Indian Hill Braves. A little bit of foul trouble here early on, getting the Warriors a couple free shots at the goal. So, I mean, you don't want to continue that throughout the game. See how they can fix it, how Coach Samantha Herman can fix it.
Yeah, Rippertella controls this one. She gets inside but hasn't knocked away.
Nice defense from the Braves here.
Yeah, Givens ends up controlling it. It's well done.
As possession is in the Braves' favor, making a move. The Warriors just swarming.
Yeah, look at this. You got 2, 3, 4 white shirts around her. Really hard to gain any momentum. And this one's picked off. Now the ball goes to the ground, and the Braves end up with it. Carson Ball takes it up the middle now. Dumps it off to Robinson, who already has one.
Braves trying to find an open lane.
Just seems like there's nowhere to go. Suffocating defense.
Warriors defense has been clean up front, and that's a goal.
Looks like it was Cassie Larson. We talked about the senior at the top of the show, and she puts one in past O'Brien. That would be last year, past Billups.
Yeah, another replay right here. Just a great shot. Find an open lane. I mean, they took their time. They deciphered the defense, got an open lane, made a goal.
Yeah, I think in any sport with a goal, you're talking about, hockey, soccer, lacrosse, that bottom corner is always a tough spot for the goalie to get to. Really nicely placed there by Larson.
Yeah, I mean, Larson had a great velocity behind that, too. I mean, it's hard for any goalie of any level to defend that.
So we're all knotted up at 2 midway through this first quarter of play. And now Piper Farrell gets this one in dangerous position. She's going to give to Black. The Warriors content to slow it down.
Warriors moving the ball over to Charlotte Sower, their team captain this year. I mean, Charlotte Sower has just stepped up in a big way and just provided great offense for this Warriors team. And it looks like a save there by Givens.
Yeah, I think that was an attempted pass from Piper, but knocked around and ends up in the hands of the Indian Hill goalkeeper.
And as the Braves are pushing the ball here, one quick note is they kind of play an isolation offense. They only have 1 assist on their season after 15 goals. So kind of interesting to see. They don't really pass the ball much, but when they do, they they run after the goalie and they get to the ball.
Yeah, and I think you could see that in both of their scores tonight. Obviously, Larson with a nice shot from the top of the key, and Robinson kind of got in and found her way into the crease. So stuff like that tends to be how they score. It's not as much ball movement and free flow as you see in the Warrior offense.
And I think the Warriors' defense might be a perfect matchup. I mean, they kind of swarm one person, and obviously the one person is going to take the shot for the Braves here because they run that isolation offense. So, I mean, it's kind of a mismatch if you think about it.
Eckert swings it up top. And the southpaw Larson gives it up. Shot is wide from Carson Ball.
Braves ball here.
Ball just a freshman, so watch out for her in the years to come.
Some nice passing going on, but then once again, that isolation offense we talked about causes them to get a turnover. And I believe
maybe
it's
not.
A foul.
Yeah, they called that one against Farrell. I think Farrell thought she was going to be out in the open field, but now Larson controls it.
I'll just see a replay of this foul right here. I mean, Farrell thinks she has the ball in the open lane, and the refs blew the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, one of those kind of niches of the sport, maybe, Trey. I'm kind of with Piper there, but then again, I wouldn't know. Oh, that's a nice feed right there. Dangerous territory. What a save from Billups.
I mean, like I said earlier, Billups got to step up to this big role trying to replace O'Brien. And, I mean, right there, maybe that can prove why she's a good goalie for us.
Yeah, Larson had that one in tight, really, and Lily did a great job to get, I don't know if it was her stick or a part of the body on it, but kept it out nonetheless. This one's overthrown. I believe the Warriors will take over. Sophie Hall comes over to inbound it.
Sophie Hall with the pass downfield just overthrows her target, but then Laurel Black seems to pick it up.
Great play from Black to keep this one in possession, and now Kaiser loses it trying to get the ground ball.
As we approach 2 minutes and 30 seconds here of the first quarter, score is tied 2-2. And, I mean, it's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of shots on goal, some great defense by these goalies as well.
Yeah, kind of a low-scoring affair here early, but the floodgates can always open. This one looks like it's off the post from Black. Solar is able to control it.
Black shot off the pipe.
Off the pipe, as they say.
That's a new term I'm not familiar with there, Will.
Mr. Hampton just dropped that one over the PA. I might have to pick it up and use that. Now this one's fed inside, and Kaplan is taken out. Looks like she will have a go at it.
I mean, when the Warriors get close, the Braves seem to foul a lot. So, I mean, I think the Warriors noticed that, and maybe after this break, going into the second, there's a replay right there. Hard foul from the Braves. But, yeah, as we get into the second quarter, the Warriors might try to capitalize on that. There's a shot off the pipe, Will. That was a perfect opportunity for you to say it.
Well, you are all over it there, Trey. That one came straight down and did not cross the plane. Can't get much closer than that for Kaplan. We'll see if the Braves can capitalize.
I think if you're the Braves, you kind of want to hold the ball, get the last shot. That's just my opinion, but, I mean, they're going with some speed.
Yeah, absolutely zero give up in ball here, but she throws it over.
So there's a little bit of a tangle up here between the Warriors and the Braves.
Oh, and a yellow card has been assessed. It would appear that it's on ball as she is exiting the game. Yeah, they'll play a man down as she goes into the box.
The Warriors gain possession off that, too.
Yeah, huge turn there with just a minute to go. Now it could be the Warriors looking to close out this quarter on a positive note.
So a little bit of clock issues. It said the clock's not running. Not sure what the stoppage is here, to be honest.
They wanted it, I think, to a minute 8 on the clock. It was at a minute 4, so they've made that adjustment, and we're back to action. This one is given away. A little sloppy from the Warriors at times in this first quarter. And now Black is called for the foul.
As now we're under a minute here, almost 45 seconds left in this first quarter. The Braves are pushing trying to make something happen here.
Landfear's going to take this one in behind the goal and give it to Robinson. Great pressure from Sophie Hall on the senior, holding her own.
Braves got to make a move here as we have 30 seconds left in this first quarter.
They seem content to kind of hang out around the 20-yard line, maybe make their move with under 10 to go.
I think this might be the move, and then she backs off.
Here is Larson. 12 seconds to go in this quarter. They're going to give it up. It just seems like time is getting away from them right now, Trey.
I have to agree with you, Will. They got 2 seconds left to get
They're
your
just going to let
shot.
this one go.
And that's going to wrap it up for the first quarter here as your Mariemont Warriors against Indian Hill Braves both knotted up at 2 apiece. And that's going to take us right into break.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Frise Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Harbor ties the score.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Notes before we get into the second quarter.
Yeah, early on in the game for the Warriors, both Lily Kaplan and senior Ellis Kaiser got a goal for them to fall. And I believe Ball on the Braves, and I'm missing somebody else.
I think it was
as well.
Robinson and Larson maybe. Ball picked up the penalty.
Ball was the
and
penalty.
she's still sidelined for the start of this quarter.
So we have another draw here. I believe that is the Braves' third draw win here. The Warriors only have 2, so obviously the Braves and the Warriors are both knotted up here pretty evenly on the draws.
They do switch sides at the quarter break, so the Braves going the opposite direction.
But I do a ton for football.
Oh, dude.
I don't understand.
And I can't imagine playing on the shadow side of the field is any fun over there, Will.
Yeah, being the goalie on that side is going to be a challenge for Billups. We'll see how she handles it.
Lacrosse in the 2 games that I've watched.
Trust me, you will not find very many rules that overlap the same.
But they don't hit each other.
No.
And some stifling defense from the Warriors here. I mean, making the Indian Hill Braves think about their next move.
Yeah, picked up right where they left off at the end of the first quarter, to be honest with you, Trey. Braves couldn't find anything, and now Ball makes her re-entry.
If you follow through and there's somebody in front of you, it's a foul on you.
What?
Yeah.
And boys lacrosse?
No. Boys lacrosse.
As once again, here's that Indian Hill offense as a shot just goes wide right.
Yeah, nice action from Billups in net there. Looks like the Braves will retain.
This is stupid.
Well, they have shooting space, so you can't.
See that? Couldn't tell if Lily got a hand on that or not. But good work nonetheless.
And weird.
Yes. in the circle is also one.
I mean, like I said earlier, the Warriors are just attacking on defense. This is getting pretty physical, to be honest.
Yeah, Callie Adams just going the wrong way right now. Finally, she dumps it down, and it results in a Braves goal. Great discipline there. And Samantha Kane picks up the goal.
Yeah, as we're going to get a replay here on that. I mean, just a nice pass into the middle of the field, and Lily Billups cannot get a save on that one. Great pass, great finish, and that's one thing the Braves don't really do that well, is assisting on a goal, but that one right there is going to count for an assist.
Samantha Kane, she'll be headed off to Yale next year, Trey, so obviously getting it done in the classroom, but on the field as well, putting up the go-ahead goal for the Braves.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors obviously want to respond, but no do-or-die situation anytime soon for the Warriors, as we have 10 minutes left in this second quarter.
Solar's going to take this draw, so a change for the Warriors at center field.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Warriors coach Kevin Ferry has a lot of confidence in Solar, as he's named her one of the captains on this team. And it looks like an early break on the Warriors, so the possessions are going to go. No, I apologize. Early break on the Braves. Possession will go in the Warriors' favor.
It was an illegal draw leading to Kaplan's possession here. Dumps it off to McIntosh, sophomore to sophomore.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, the underclassmen had to play a big role this year. It's a newer team for Kevin Ferry. Not many faces this Indian Hill Braves team has seen in the past year. Yeah, I mean, underclassmen got to step up in a big way for sure. And, I mean, the seniors on this team are definitely going to lead them down the right path.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now the Braves look to find some sort of momentum going down the field with the lead. They'd love to extend, though. Biggest lead of the night for either side is just one. And now the Braves with numbers in the open field. Here comes Robinson. And good defense results in a turnover.
Nice scoop up by Lily Billups here, trying to find an open Mariemont Warrior. Can't find it, and the Braves are attacking.
Yeah, the pressure these teams are putting on each other is immense.
Obviously, this is an in-school CHL rivalry between the Braves and the Warriors, so they're going to be playing physical all game. I see no signs of letting up anytime soon. And that's just a shot above the rim there.
Clara Nichols had it in tight. Great feed from Solar in the 2-on-1. I'm sure they work on that every day in practice. Nearly executed to perfection. Look, let's get one more look at the sky ball from Nichols.
Just fights through the defense, just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, that's a good look. I'm sure the Warriors will take that all night, and they know she'll finish those off eventually.
Just sports, we pick games, put money on it. It's like $1 a week. It's like $30.
As the ball is out of bounds, going to go in the Warriors' possession on the opposing 45-yard line.
But yeah.
Warriors seem to be slowing down a little bit here, and that's one thing they don't really do. After watching a couple of girls lacrosse games, they are constantly running, making plays, everything they can to just run around and use their stamina to their advantage.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now the Warriors have it behind the net. McIntosh getting some more touches here in the second quarter of play.
Like if the day the podcast is out, and it came out Monday, so.
Kaplan slicing and dicing.
And a
gets
nice
her shot off.
there.
Givens with a really nice save. Had eyes on that one the whole way.
But yeah,
Job not done yet, though, as Farrell controls it at the 20.
UC football, so I film practices and everything. Get a ton of gear.
Solar not on the board yet. Can she do so here? They're getting awfully physical with her, Trey.
Yeah, nice physical defense there by the Braves, and
my dad said maybe
that's why this is a low-scoring game, as the Braves are winning 3-2. Both goalies have been on their A game, to be honest, tonight. And Lily Billups and Givens, of course, for the Braves, have had a lot of shots on goal, but just nice blocking from them.
This year, if I was in college, I would have gone to Colorado, Iowa State.
The turnover from Solar, and here come the Braves. Once again, they look to go toward their own net as Larson dumps it off.
And there's that speed coming in play. The Braves are probably outrunning the Warriors, to be honest, in this start of the second quarter.
Yeah, Claire Frazier with the ball right now, just a freshman, but she is flying around. Seems like she's everywhere for the Braves.
And maybe that's why the Braves run an isolation offense. They just want one person to get downfield as fast as they possibly can and get a shot on goal.
Yeah, no need to complicate things when you have the athletes that Indian Hill does. Just seems like every year these teams play each other super close, Trey. I know they tied last year, obviously. I think 2 years ago, Indian Hill might have beat the Warriors in overtime. So, you know, it's just those kind of battles these guys have. And it looks like it's shaping up for another one of those matchups tonight.
Yeah, even though the Warriors were ranked higher than the Braves, as that's a goal.
It looks like that one was Ball, the freshman, gets on the board there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Warriors were ranked higher than the Braves for this upcoming lacrosse season.
Another look at this one, Trey. Nice cradle to get it to the right side and sneaks it past Billups.
And then Sammy McQueen will come out of the league side tomorrow. He's like kind of sidearm. I played with him in summer ball.
As Charlotte Solar is going to remain doing the the draws here for the Warriors.
I know some people get.
You know, feel free to let us know. We thought they were the face-offs. We think in girls lacrosse it's referred to as the draw more commonly.
If I hit.
I'm sure the terms are interchangeable, but we've been trying to go with the proper lingo in the booth tonight.
This is going to be an illegal draw once again on the Braves, and the Warriors are going to take possession.
I thought it was a travel for a second, Gabby, but then I remember we're on the lacrosse field, so
that
couldn't have been right.
I do miss basketball, calling the basketball games. They're great games to call. But now we're in lacrosse season, Will, and, I mean, a couple of the hand motions from lacrosse kind of remind me of basketball.
Yeah, the good thing about these games, whether they're on ICRC or the Warrior Broadcast Network, you can always go back on YouTube and check them out, whether it be football, soccer, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, what have you. I mean, it's always a fun time to go back and listen to those broadcasts, so check it out.
Nice ad plug there, right there, Will.
You know, they do pay me a good bit of money for this stuff, Trey. And now Farrell inside gets it by, and the Warriors needed that one to make it 4-3 as time is ticking away in the second quarter. The sophomore's first goal of the night, and when she gets hot, it's hard to stop.
This is a replay there, just a nice, fast goal by the Warriors. After the illegal face-off, the illegal draw, the Warriors capitalized on that mistake by the Braves.
Yeah, now Ellis Kaja, the senior, is going to check back in, and Black will get a rest. Farrell just seems like she's got that look in her eye when she's on the field, Trey. Always so determined to get the ball, to stop the ball, to score, to make an assist. Just seems like good things happen when Piper Farrell gets involved in the action.
Yeah, I mean, there's high praise for her across the school and how good she is at lacrosse. And, I mean, obviously right there was shown. As another, this one isn't going on the Braves, it's going on the Warriors, but another illegal draw.
Seems like we can't get away from one of these clean, Trey.
That is 2 on the Braves and just 1 for the Warriors.
I can't go any. He has me in the corner. Not even the game cam. So I rarely get put.
As the Braves trying to make a move here, passing out back towards the 15-yard line. And there's the isolation offense. As they do get a pass inside, can't get it to go. And the defense from the Warriors are just going back and forth, and they do get the turnover.
Yeah, the pass does lead to Warrior possession. Now Nichols cannot scoop it up, and she's pushed that out of bounds.
Looks like a no call there by the referees. I mean, a little too late. That ball was already out of bounds before the push happened. But once again, like we said earlier, the play is getting very physical.
Yeah, Frazier once again forces the whistle on McIntosh. Warriors just cannot seem to get in front of her. Now Larson will slow it down, and they control it behind the net.
As we tick down under 4 minutes, the Indian Hill Braves are leading Mariemont at a score of 4-3, but this has been a back-and-forth game that can go down to the wire entering halftime.
They would love to make this a multi-score game before the break. You know how much of a cushion and an insurance goal that would be, especially in a low-scoring affair like this one is.
Yeah, and there's just that speed, and it seems to go in past Billups here. And that is the correct call. It is going to be a goal for the Braves.
Looks like that one might have been Larson for her second time tonight. Let's get another look, Trey.
Just sneaks right past Billups. Looks like he actually hit it a little bit.
Yeah, I think Billups got a leg on it, but just not enough.
The ball trickles in to make the lead now 5-3 in favor of your Braves.
Yeah, one thing I have noticed watching lacrosse over the years, though, Trey, is, you know, it's different from a sport like basketball where one team scores, the other team doesn't get possession. So that allows for multiple goals to be rattled off consecutively for one squad. So comebacks can happen, leads can go away, and craziness can ensue in the second half of these games. The Warriors just got to stick with it.
Yeah, speaking of not getting possession, the 2 illegal face-offs on both sides, the illegal draws have been resulted in a goal.
It's a good point. Now into the open field. Here come the Braves. Great defense there from Hampton.
Looks like it's going to go in possession of the Warriors here.
Yeah, huge credit to Hampton there. She was doing everything she could to stop Adams in her tracks, and it worked out.
Yeah, Hampton, another senior leader on this team. She's much more on the defense side of the ball. You're not going to see her in the stat line, but she's definitely a team player, always trying to get her teammates involved.
And a nice pass there from her right on cue as we get this one to Haw in the open field, and she is fouled.
Yeah. Well,
trying to peek down to the student section, Trey. I heard a decent amount of kids talking about showing up tonight or tomorrow for the boys game against Indian Hill, so an exciting time of year for the Mariemont lacrosse programs.
Yeah, I mean, they both have high hopes to make it as far as they can to playoffs, which they're in the past couple of years they've been let down by some drought. But this year, the boys lacrosse and girls lacrosse think they have something special that may lead them to state.
Yeah, at the preseason spring sports meeting, the boys lacrosse coach was talking about how they haven't hung up a state banner in a while, and I think the last one was like 4 years ago. So if that gives you any idea of the standards of these programs.
Haven't hung up. Will is talking about how
yeah, they're not looking for no easy handout either. They're going to play as hard as they can, make any way possible, just get those wins behind them, and make a deep playoff push.
It was when everybody was out at war. Oh, jeez. That's bad.
Braves in traffic is Langworthy there. She is fouled and regains possession. Going back to the boys lacrosse team for a second, ICRC will have them in mid-April, so make sure you tune into that one, Trey. Going to be a good one. You got the details there?
Yeah, it's going to be April 16th at Lebanon for ICRC's next coverage of the Mariemont boys lacrosse.
Yeah, that's always a physical sport to watch, but a good one nonetheless. The boys with high hopes for their season, as Trey just said. Back to the action at Kusel Stadium. The Braves penetrating with a minute to go and a 2-goal lead. They try to double up the Warriors on this possession.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors' defense has kind of been tiring as of late, but, I mean, they're still playing physical as much as they can. Just some good shots by the Braves that got the fall.
Hampton gets in the middle of it again and forces the turnover. If Kaplan scoops this up, it could be trouble for the Braves.
Looks like a mismatch for the Warriors here as they go down. Louis Kaplan getting caught up in a foul against the Braves.
Yeah, great hustle there from Adams to catch up with her, but just couldn't get there cleanly as you see her get the hit from behind.
I'm going to make a football reference here. It kind of reminds me of DK Metcalf after Russell Wilson threw an interception.
Yeah, running down that pick six.
Just a chase down.
You know, I think when people talk about great athletes, they think DK Metcalf and Callie Adams are, you know, right there with each other, Trey.
I'd have to agree with you right there, Will, especially.
Oh, and it's Kaiser for her second of the night. How about the senior showing up in a big way in a big game? Ellis takes that one from the same spot really as before. Let's get another look.
Yeah, just a great pass. I mean, just right over the stick there from Givens. And the Warriors take this lead down from 2 to now it's 1. Braves winning 5-4 as we have 4 seconds left in this half.
Yeah, with time ticking down, the Warriors really needed that. And what a time for the senior to show up. She's got half of the Warriors' points tonight. And barring anything crazy, that will be the halftime score.
After this draw, I mean, you're going to need a miracle to make a goal. As there it is, and that is the first quarter concluded. The Indian Hill Braves lead the Mariemont Warriors 5-4 as we go into halftime.
Yeah, great half from both sides. Trey, we'll see you on the other half of this break. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a thrilling finish from Kusel Stadium.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Frise Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff,
Mama!
like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Welcome back to Kusel Stadium for ICRC's coverage of Mariemont Lacrosse. If you missed the first half of action, it is currently 5-4. The visiting Braves lead it. I'm Will Stevens, joined by the color commentator Trey Gabbard. Can you recap the first half for us, Trey, and what are you looking forward to in the next 24?
Yeah, for the first half, the Warriors' key points to their success was definitely their defense. Their defense shut down the Braves' offense for most of the shots on goal they have. Lily Bill's doing a great job back there, replacing Brendan O'Brien from last year. And Ellis Kaiser has 2 goals, and Lily Kaplan has 1, Piper Farrell also with 1, and that is how their 4 goals got decided. And for the Braves team, their speed has just been dominating the Warriors' kind of defense, but then the Warriors kind of close up that gap and get some good turnovers. So for the second half, what I'm looking for sure is the Warriors to make an adjustment based on the Braves' playing style, especially with the their offense that the Braves run is definitely isolation. I feel like the Warriors can do a better job of just swarming that one person who decides to take the ball down the field.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Kaiser almost puts in her 3rd of the night to equalize it, but a nice save from Givens. One thing I'm noting, Trey, it looks like Piper Farrell is standing near the Braves' goal on the sideline right now, out of the game without her headgear on. So not sure what happened, but something to keep an eye on. Hopefully she's all good. As the Braves look to attack early on a lengthy pass up to ball.
Yeah, if Piper Farrell does not make a return to this game, not sure what happened over there, but if she does not return, that's a big piece for the Mariemont Warriors offense that is gone, but it looks like she's getting her headgear back on and she's ready to go.
Yeah, rejoining her team on the bench, which is a good sign. Laurel Black scoops up the ground ball and she pushes it forward, has numbers, dumps it off. It's Kaplan or Rippertella who is hit.
Looks like a foul in there for the Braves. As we said earlier, Lily Kaplan, a big step up as a sophomore, Will Stevens. She has been playing great, big part of their offense as well. Their offense definitely has some key pieces that they do not want to lose.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Rippertella earned the right to a shot there, but decided to give it up and reset possession. Kaiser gets it in the middle, tries to dump it off. They would like to see her be a little bit more aggressive the way she's shooting it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both of her goals were just fast-paced, open shots, but still on the top corner, I believe, and the second goal was down below the knees. So the Indian Hill Braves goalie knows that's probably the hardest shot to contest.
Emma Dorston controlling it there momentarily. Now the Warriors pass it around the left side of the field, back out to Whitmore.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, Will, you put the nail right on the head. A lot of these girls have siblings in sports, so just a family of athletes here at Mariemont. Like you said, Katie Whitmore's name earlier. Her brother, Davis Whitmore, plays football for us 2 years ago, and I mean, he was a great addition for the wide receiver corps.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And even before him, Riley Whitmore, so Katie, the youngest of the family to come through Mariemont in the athletics program.
Completely forgot about Riley Whitmore that even happened. But
wow,
Davis Whitmore was the only person I got to see in action, especially because I was on the football team when he was playing.
I hope Riley's tuning in tonight. He'll make sure to know that I've got him. Now the Braves, led by Samantha Kane, try to bring it up.
And that's what the Warriors need to do, but there is a foul called. The referees not letting the Warriors defense get that physical to the Braves. But, I mean, this game has been physical all around. You got to have some calls sometime.
Now this one is pushed into dangerous territory with Harris. She has not been on the board tonight.
As the Braves like to pass around behind the Warriors' goal to try to make a play up or something like that so they can get out to the 15-yard line and just make a push. I've seen that a lot tonight.
Larson
and there it is.
Inside, just like Trey drew it up for you. And that's been the game plan all night.
And it's been working, to be honest. That's why the lead is now 6-4 in favor of the Braves. Like I said, what I want to see from the Warriors as we get a replay here is some more defense on one person. Their swarming defense kind of worked on early in the game, kind of went away from that mentality, and the Braves have capitalized on it.
Yeah, you see Macy Hampton leading a defensive meeting with Billups and Haw amongst the other midfielders and defenders back by the Warrior goal. So let's see if she can rally the troops as we head to midfield for the draw. Largest lead of the night for the Braves has been 2, and they are right back at it now.
And if you have missed the first half, a big story about these draws is that there's been a couple of illegal draws that have led to some goals on both sides. And early on, the Warriors had Laurel Black taking the draws, but now they do have Charlotte Solar in her position.
Yeah, and I wonder if that was a mid-game adjustment or if that was kind of planned as kind of the way that Coach Ferry runs things. Wouldn't surprise me either way. Now Jane Muller controls it.
Nice little spin there by Jane Muller. I don't know if you saw that, Will, but that was a great way to get out of the defense and get a nice pass.
Indeed. Now she advances it up to Haw, who is fouled by Ball.
Speaking of Ball, obviously early on in the game, she got the yellow card to kick her out of the game for a little bit, but now she's back in. Got to be careful with the fouls, especially in her situation.
Yeah, she's the only one we've had to see relegated to the penalty box tonight. Now Farrell back in the game, and she gets it near the crease but cannot convert.
Possession goes in favor of the Braves.
Almost midway done with the third period of play.
Looks like it's going to be the Braves are inbounding the ball here. And there's that speed, getting past the Warriors' defense. And a nice pass. Doesn't get the scoop, but now she finally does.
I like these over-the-top passes the Braves are making, advancing the ball 20 to 30 yards at a time and getting it to their offensive players. Just feels like that's the best way for them to move the ball up the field against this Warrior defense.
And here's what I said earlier as they go behind the Warriors' goal, looking for a pass around the 20 to 15-yard line to try to get somebody and attack the goal and get a shot.
Nice play there from Hall, stepping in front.
That one's knocked down, but the Braves do scoop it up, and Lily Billups with the save there.
Nice play from Billups, and Hall got a couple of touches in. Nice play from her. Looks like Caroline Pember dumps it to the senior Hampton, and now she makes one of those longer passes, but it's knocked away and controlled by Ball.
Looks like Hampton was looking for a foul there on the refs, did not get one.
Nice pass to Larson. She is met by Farrell, a battle of the sophomore superstars there. Or Larson, actually the senior. Adams would be the sophomore.
And there's that speed coming into play, and they get a shot on goal. And a nice save by Lily Billups there. Not sure if it hit off the pipe earlier. Will Stevens tried to get that catchphrase into his memoir.
Yeah, I think that was just straight body shot for Billups. Really nice save and great positioning from the young keeper. I don't want to say that kept the Warriors in the game, but that could have been dangerous if they let this lead get too big.
And here's where the Braves offense strives, especially behind the goal. Pass it out, find some open looks, and use that speed to get a shot on goal.
Certainly seems to be the game plan for Coach Herman and their squad. Now whistle blows, play will be dead. You just talked about it, Trey. Let's get another look. Yeah, looks like off the shoulder pad, maybe. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if they wear shoulder pads in that, but off the shoulder.
Lily Billups with a good save. I mean, you got to use any part of your body that you can.
No doubt about it. And she does it again here, but cannot corral it.
Not even sure if she knew she saved it.
Yeah, she stopped Larson's shot, but they couldn't find the ball. And the Braves retain possession. Reminds me when the catcher in baseball blocks one, Trey, and then starts looking around. He's got no idea where it is. Seems like that's what happened to Billups there.
Yeah, I mean, still got the I'm pretty sure they got possession, then turned it over to the Braves, but doesn't matter now as the possession is going to go in favor of the Braves. I know. See, the way the referee's pointing has me all confused. I thought if they point that way, it's going to the Warriors.
I can see why you might think that, Trey. Now Kane takes this one to the middle. Very aggressive here from the senior.
And a
she
shot
throws one
over the goal.
The Braves will have this one again. Good defense from the Warriors, but it's not going to mean much if you can't get the ball back.
And that's honestly the big story of the second half. I mean, Indian Hill just controlled the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, time of possession is huge in lacrosse, and right now it's been pretty one-sided.
As they work their way behind the Warriors' goal, as they often do.
This one is given to Larson at the top of the point. Spin move. Shot is ripped just wide. Indian Hill will keep it.
I don't know why, but my camera went black, and now it's fine.
There's a rookie mistake there, Trey. They literally give you a cough button on the box, and I failed to hit that before I let one out. That's unacceptable in the booth.
Yeah, I think you coughed a little too hard into the mic. I'm getting some static, some feedback up here. And I think that solved the problem. I'm not getting as much feedback anymore.
Trey's a wizard up here, folks. He's clicking buttons, pulling plugs.
We're back in action as that's a goal just in time for the goal now, Will. As the lead is now updated to 7-4 in favor of the Braves.
Lauren Eckert, the senior there. Let's get another look at it. Seems like a classic shot in this game. Just catch it back to the goal and turn around and rip one into the left side of the net. I wonder if that's a scouting report thing or just how the Braves shoot, but they seem to be attacking that entire left quadrant on Billups.
What I do know is Emma Dorson has entered the game for the Mariemont Warriors. Called her name a lot tonight, and now obviously an underclassman making her presence felt. As Katie Whitmore, a senior on the team, is coming off.
Yeah, I'm sure a quick break it will be for Whitmore. Boy, you look at these girls on the bench, Trent, it just looks like they're freezing. I don't blame them. As the sun goes down, it's got to be hard to fight through these conditions.
Oh, I would have to agree. As our baseball practice ended a little early today, it was atrocious to be in the outfield with the wind blowing against your back, especially with the sweat pouring off of you. But that baseball stuff doesn't matter now as we're playing lacrosse here, Will. Girls lacrosse in a tight matchup, 7-4 in favor of the Braves as we trickle under 3 minutes. As we have an Indian Hill player limping off the field.
Yeah, looks like it's number 18, Callie Adams, so you hate to see that for the Braves. They're going to make a quick substitution. On trots Maddie Landpier. Meanwhile, the Warriors and Solar trying to make something happen, but this one is turned over. The Warriors just can't seem to get much going in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Braves have just been attacking them on defense, and on offense, they've just been outrunning them. So for the Warriors here, what I want to see, like that I just said, as a turnover.
They got 3 girls around her, Kaplan and Kaiser applying pressure.
And a smart timeout by the Braves. Didn't even know you could do that in lacrosse.
I mean, someone could have told me that, Trey, but that is something.
That would have been nice to know. As we go into break, we'll talk a little bit more about that when we return.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Frise Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Harbor ties the score.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Welcome back with a minute 52 left to play in this third quarter out of the Braves timeout. We did get some mid-game intel there. Each team gets 2 timeouts. That's the first one we've seen from either side tonight. Lacrosse just didn't really strike me as a timeout sport, Trey, but I was clearly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I was bewildered by the, by the timeout called by the Braves there. But, I mean, it was a good timeout and a good place to use it when the Warriors' defense was just swarming an Indian Hill attacker.
Of course, we got Trey's English teacher next door in the window to us, and he pulls out the word bewildered on us. I mean,
I got to show him I've been doing my membean.
Clearly.
That's a good pass there by the Braves. Not seen that a lot from the Braves. I mean, usually they try to get the ball 20 to 30 yards down the field as far as they can just to keep it on their side, but just some back lateral passes and some good ones at that.
Yeah, I wonder what the message was in that timeout. Probably just trying to give her girls a break was Coach Herman, because it looks like they're pretty short-staffed on the bench tonight, especially compared to the Warriors.
Yeah, but I have to agree with you there. I mean, lacrosse is definitely a longevity sport where you're playing, you're running from start to finish, especially when you're down players. You do not want to be the team with the least amount of stamina.
Yeah, and the Warriors are hoping that can become a factor in this fourth quarter for sure as they trail.
Yeah, as we near the end of this third quarter, 1 minute left in the game, I mean, the Warriors have been stifled on offense, and the Braves' defense has just been attacking them at every point in contact.
Yeah, it's been a 3-0 third quarter so far for the Braves, so clearly one-sided and the exact opposite of the way the Warriors wanted to come out of this break.
Yeah, Ellis Kaiser in the first half, a big name, as she got 2 goals, just can't find anything in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Braves really nice halftime adjustments to stop her, but it feels like the time of possession in this third quarter has been 80% in favor of Indian Hill, and obviously it's hard to score when you don't have the ball.
I would have to agree with you right there, Will. I mean, Indian Hill has just been hogging the ball, if you would say. As the Braves got to make a move pretty quickly. They're down 13 seconds left in this third quarter. This might be the best shot, and there it was, Will. A goal for the Braves.
Great call there from Trey, and it's 16 Larson with the goal. Definitely at least her second of the night, and that's going to make it, obviously we're not going to say something like insurmountable, but significantly harder for the Warriors to come back. And I actually love that coaching point for the Braves, because we saw in the first quarter they kind of had the ball in scoring territory but let the clock run out on them, and that time they made sure to get a shot off, and it resulted in a goal with 10 seconds to play.
And the face, sorry.
The draw.
And the draw here, and it has to go in the Warriors' favor as there's 7 seconds left.
Yeah,
I don't think
going
there's
to tick away
any chance at making a goal here, unless you just throw it down the field. You never know. There it is.
So a brilliant third quarter of play from the Braves, outscoring the Warriors 3-0.
4-0.
I believe 3. I might have misspoke, because I think it was 5-4 at halftime. So
that's correct. That's correct.
I'll take the blame for that one, Trey. But we will go into the final 12 minutes as the home squad needs to mount a comeback. Let's see if they can do it. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
You can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-On Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-On Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kusel Stadium for the final 12 minutes of Warriors versus Braves. We've got an exciting finish on our hands. Trey, what are you looking for out of the Warriors here?
Tell you what I'm looking at right now is Bo Dieter making a special appearance. His sister is on the team. You got any words to say, Bo?
No, I do not.
All right, that's all right because we got to cover me and Will Stevens here as we enter the fourth quarter. Braves winning 8-4.
That was remarkably unhelpful from Mr. Dieter. I thought he'd have some insight for us.
He does not. It looks like it's going to be another illegal face-off. Sorry, illegal draw. I just keep getting the phrases mixed up here, Will. And maybe it's not going to be an illegal
We're just going to
draw.
reset, it looks like, Gabbard.
Maybe some misplacement by the referee. Don't know what happened down there. But I do know that the Warriors need to make a comeback and need to make it fast.
Yeah, the face-offs in girls lacrosse significantly different than the boys where they put it on the ground. So I'm sure it's a lot for the referee to manage. As here comes Kaplan to start off this fourth quarter.
And there's just that chase down ability from the Braves. They've been using that all night and it's been working for them.
McIntosh has it behind the net. Pressure being applied by Kane.
Looks like Laurel Black with possession here, and she's making a move. That's going to be a goal.
Quality look from Laurel Black, and they needed it to start this fourth quarter of play.
All right, Bo Dieter, we're going to need you to get out of the booth.
We do have ICRC security on standby if you're not careful back there.
I just got to replay that goal right there. Just a great spot from Laurel Black right there. Givens, the goalie for Braves, cannot save that one. Just a good shot all around from the Warriors offense. Great key placements there as well. It's a good passing.
Yeah, to my right, I can actually see our athletic director, Tom Nurl, sending out the tweet to alert Warrior Nation of the goal. So shout out to him for all the great work he does around these Mariemont sports. And I'm sure he's willing his team to a comeback tonight. And here comes Farrell.
And it looks like they got an open girl down the field. Cannot find it. That's going to be a missed opportunity for the Warriors there.
Farrell takes a shot, and this one is good. And all of a sudden, Mariemont has life in this one.
Yeah, with this Mariemont team, the Braves cannot take their foot off the pedal. The Warriors have that quick strike ability, especially off the draw.
Yeah, the big-time players making big-time plays. Get another look at this one from the sophomore, just a rifle into the left side of the net.
As that is Piper Farrell's second goal tonight. Her first one coming in the first half. As the Warriors did not score the whole third quarter, they are off to an early 2-0 start to this fourth quarter as they are still trailing 8-6.
Yeah, the lead has been cut in half quickly here. See if Solar can win another draw.
And that's one adjustment the Warriors made mid-game, going from Laurel Black now to Charlotte Solar as she's won, I believe, 6 face-offs tonight. Sorry, 6 draws tonight.
This one is given to Ball in the middle of the field.
I got myself.
She is swarmed and whistles blow.
The sun is like.
As the Indian Hills offense looking to do what they do best, get behind the Warriors' goal.
Yeah, the Warriors doing everything they can to defend this physical play from Hall there, forcing the ref to make that call.
And to be fair, for the Warriors' defense here, I don't mind a couple of fouls down low as the Warriors get a turnover.
Yeah, McIntosh flying down the field here. Wants to give it to Black, finally does. If they can get this to the middle, it could be trouble.
Good pass there from Laurel Black. Over to Lily Kaplan, back over to McIntosh.
And now they're going to employ some of the Braves techniques and swing it in behind. Kaplan gives to Solar running the point. Now Farrell, we just saw this. Can she do it again? She can. What a huge goal. 3 straight for the Warriors and 2 in a row for Farrell. And all of a sudden we have ourselves a 1-score game.
And let's get a replay here. That is Piper Farrell's 3rd goal of the night. She has the hat trick now, Will. She's looking for a 4th, a golden sombrero, some would say, and tie the game up.
Yeah, it was Ellis Kaiser doing the heavy lifting early. Now it's Piper Farrell handling the torch for the Warriors. And I couldn't think they could draw up a better start to the final 12 minutes of play.
And it's going to remain Charlotte Solar on the draw for the rest of the time being. I'm pretty sure she's doing a great job tonight getting the Warrior possession. And there's another one in possession of the Warriors as they take it down to the Braves side of the field.
Farrell to Kaplan to Solar. Now Black has
finds
it.
a wide open
inside.
Laurel Black. And that's going to be a free shot, I believe, for Laurel. I could be mistaken here.
Looks like you are correct.
I am correct. Laurel Black going to take a free position here.
A chance to equalize here. A senior captain of this team with a chance to tie it against the Braves late.
She doesn't take the shot right away. She actually passes it back.
Gives it up to the hot hand.
Interesting decision there from Laurel. I'm sure she has a reason for it, and that's probably it there, Will Stevens.
Lily Kaplan finds the back of the net, and all of a sudden they are getting them by Givens 8-8 with 8 minutes to go. It is a barrage from the Warriors right now, and the Braves just have no answers.
In the first 4 minutes of this 4th quarter, Will, the Mariemont Warriors have scored 4 straight goals to even this game back up, as that was Lily Kaplan's 2nd goal on the night. And, Will, you're going to hate me for saying this, but it looks like Givens is giving up a lot of room here to tie the game back up.
How long did it take you to come up with that one, Trey?
Probably about 30 seconds. I was thinking about it as the replay was going.
Well done. Harris was trying to finally take a draw off of Solar.
And even when she does, the Warriors are just swarming the ball. And it looks like it's going to be a foul called going to the Warriors' favor. Their bench is hyped right now, Will. Especially with this cold weather, it's exciting to see some enthusiasm coming from this bench.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Braves are just looking for any way to slow down this momentum. Rippertella now looking for her shot in the middle of the field. Dumps it back to Solar.
There's their goal.
Warriors have their first lead since it was 2-1 in this game. And Billups comes all the way out from the net to celebrate. That's how meaningful this one was. Rippertella just having her way.
As there's going to be a timeout, their 2nd of the game. I believe that's the final one they can
Their
use.
2nd and final, and the Warrior bench comes sprinting out to celebrate. Rightfully so.
Will Stevens, what do you think Coach Ferry is talking to the Warriors about in this timeout?
I think the message has to be it's important to not get too high in this game, right? I mean, obviously an incredible comeback has been mounted here, but the job's not done yet. We still got 8 minutes to play. It's a 1-goal game. This is crunch time right here. Warriors cannot get sloppy, but I'm sure the message is the exact opposite from Coach Herman.
Yeah, I believe in that timeout over there. After the timeout in the huddle, they're probably talking about stopping the ball. I mean, the Warriors have just got a good speed down the sidelines, and they work it back to the middle of the field pretty well. And that's one thing the Braves did early on in the first half is actually like running as fast as they can, good speed, and they had a chase down earlier, caused a turnover, and then later a goal. So I think they need to get back to that as they are short staff here tonight. Definitely the stamina game is coming into effect.
Yeah, we talked about fatigue being a factor, and you can't help but think that could be a dilemma for the Braves here. I mean, you got girls running on fumes in this fourth quarter, and the Warriors applying maximum pressure.
And maybe that was their strategy all along. Well, I'm not sure, but the Warriors look like they have another energized bunny going through them. We're back in action here. Looks like Charlotte Solar is going to try to keep the possession and momentum in the Warriors' favor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it's actually going to be a change at midfield for the Braves. Looks like number 18, Callie Adams, is going to square off for the draw. Harris has not been getting the job done, evidently. So Solar faces a new opponent.
Solar has been stellar tonight at midfield doing the draws. After the second quarter, I mean, she kind of just took that roll in, and she's got a lot of possessions going in her favor, but the Braves get this one. And there's an interception.
Looks like Sophie Haw up the sideline, and everything coming up Warriors right now in the fourth quarter. Farrell has it in the middle of the field. She will slow it down.
This is going to be one to talk about for the next couple of weeks for the Warriors. I mean, just a gritty performance if they can pull this one out and maintain this lead throughout the rest of the fourth quarter. It looks like Hampton and I believe Ribertella coming out of the game. Not sure what is happening here. There's kind of a crowd.
There is a congregation at the 35-yard line right now, but meanwhile, Farrell has her eyes on the net. I mean, I couldn't be more lost as to what that meeting was about. It involved both Braves and Warriors players and an Indian Hill coach.
I am astonished on what just happened. Well, I could not tell you anything that happened in that huddle, and I can't tell you anything that happened on that call right there, but I can tell you it's going to remain Warriors possession at a free position.
That's quality analysis from Trey Gabbard. And a free shot for Kaplan.
What can I say? I do my best up here.
She charges in, puts it up, but it's knocked away.
Good defense from the Braves. Hopefully they can get that momentum, shift that to the opposite side of the field, and possibly get this game tied back up.
Finally, they control the ball, something they haven't done in the last couple minutes. They dominated possession in the third quarter. They got to get back to that.
It's a nice pass across the field. Indian Hill working it back over to the left side of the field, trying to make a move to the middle, and she's got a convoy behind her and cannot scoop it for a shot. But let me tell you something right now, Will. If she scooped that ball and got a shot on it, it'd be terrifying for Lily Billups.
Yeah, the ball was moving with some speed, but it looks like she's going to get a free look at it now after she was knocked from behind. I wonder if she'll go for the shot or a little cradle into a pass action. It's
just a shot!
And the equalizer from about 10 yards out with 5.5 minutes to go. It is 9-9, just like we'd expect from these programs.
A rifle from an Indian Hill Brave player just past Lily Billups. I didn't even know she shot it. To be honest, it just kind of went in the net.
How about the confidence out of the freshman there, Trey? The only thing on her mind was to score there. Never even a passive thought, and it paid off. You can even see the ball here. I mean, just a rifle.
Hey, this guy, wow. On time, Jinx owed me a soda.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Solar and Adams back at it. Adams gets a stick on this one, but Kaplan controls it. She is taken out.
Might we see a yellow card here? The Warriors get possession on that one after the foul on Lily Kaplan as she goes down the midfield here, trying to find an open Mariemont player, but just some physicality from the Braves here, stopping her from doing that and picking up the foul as well.
Yeah, whistle against Eckert. Sarah Patel gives it back to Hampton. The defenders putting in great work in this fourth quarter after a struggle in the third. And it's going to be a timeout from Coach Ferry. Warriors will regroup with 5 minutes to play. Both the coaches strategically saving their stoppages for this last couple minutes. We're going to throw it to break. Don't go anywhere. An exciting finish on tap with 5 minutes to go from Kusel Stadium.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Frise Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Mariemont!
From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
That's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more than
who I am on paper.
Of girls lacrosse as we hear at Kusel Stadium in a knotted up matchup at 9 with a little over 5 minutes left to go in the game. Will Stevens, this has been a showdown for the ages here. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting. We've had everything. Great defense, great goalie play, great offensive work from both sides, and then a comeback in the final quarter from the Warriors. Coach Ferry called timeout. I wonder what he drew up in that huddle. Obviously something involving Solar as she swings it middle. And now Kaplan controls it from 20 yards out.
Yeah, well, I have to agree. I mean, it's been a tale of two halves here. The first half was much more of a low-scoring game. The goalies were at their A game, at their best in the first half. In the second half, it's been nothing but offense as shots begin to fall for the Braves in the third quarter and the Warriors in the fourth. Charlotte Solar
hands this one off to Farrell. Now Solar charging in. She's going to dump it back to Laurel or keep it herself.
Warriors are kind of staying outside of the yellow circle here. And
Black
Laurel
trying to make
gets
a
an
move,
open lane.
and she loses her stick. She goes down.
And that cannot be good, Will. I mean, she's down for a little bit longer than we hoped for. And there's our athletic trainer, Taylor, who is an amazing athletic trainer. Faithful and grateful to have her here, especially in a time like this.
We're going to take an injury timeout and go to break. Hopefully Laurel Black is all good. We'll see you after this.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just...
Welcome back. So quick update. It looked like a knee injury there for the senior Laurel Black. Pretty serious there for a minute, but she was able to get up and get into the golf cart of Taylor McQuitty and then gave a little wave to some people in the stands with a smile on her face, which obviously that's a good sign. I highly doubt she would be able to return tonight, but just in the long term, hopefully everything is all good. But back to the action, 4 minutes to play, tie game. What more could you ask for on a Tuesday night?
Maybe a goal right here from the Warriors. Not going to happen right away as the Warriors kind of backtrack and find a new way to drop a play around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, obviously losing Black is a big deal, so Farrell and Solar, even Kaplan, going to have to pick up a little bit more responsibility now.
Especially in a tie game like this, you never want to see one of your top players go down. I mean, obviously it's a mental battle for sure for the Warriors here. You got to stay strong mentality-wise. I mean, obviously nothing you want to see, but you got to close this game out the best way you can.
Kaplan with an opportunity now. Looks like she's gearing up for some sort of shot. She will have one, and it is off. Warriors retain possession.
As we're approaching 3 minutes here left in this game to go, I mean, this has been a back-and-forth battle from the start to the finish. This has been a great game. Warriors kind of in the third quarter kind of looked stifled, but then the fourth quarter brought a explosive attack mentality, scoring 4 goals in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Turn around. A decent look there for the Warriors, but it wasn't taken. Solar has it at the 15, searching for her opportunity. Stifling defense from the Braves, though. Ball is all over her. McIntosh trying to get inside. Dishes it back to Nichols. The Indian Hill bench elated at their defense right now. 2 minutes to play, time ticking down.
Can't be sure if this is a strategy or not, but the Warriors are definitely taking their time, trying to get as much time off the clock as they possibly can.
Solar moving right, has a shot, and it goes! A huge goal for Charlotte Solar. The junior comes up big to give Mariemont the lead with exactly 120 seconds on the clock. What a moment in this game.
You see a replay right here. Charlotte Solar's first goal of the night is a big one, giving them the go-ahead goal, leading the Braves by a score of 1 with 2 minutes left to go in this game. This is going to be a tight finish, Will, and I see nothing but excitement ahead.
I mean, this draw is the biggest one of the night, Gabbard. If the Braves and Adams can control this, they have a real chance. If the Warriors win it, it's going to be hard to get the ball back.
And we're going to find out. I mean, if the Braves get it, like you said, they do still have to score. They got to capitalize on their opportunities, as that's possession right there that they need.
Yeah, ball has it, and this is going to be their chance.
There's a little bit of trippage going on there.
Trippage, is that a word, Gavin?
I just made it a word.
I like that.
As here's what the Indian Hill Braves do best, getting behind the Warriors' goal. See if they can pass it back out to the 20, maybe the 15-yard line, give or take.
We've seen this all night. The question is, can they come up when it matters most? Adams surveying, taking it inside on Kaplan. Well defended.
Well, I'm going to ask for your expert analysis here. Do you try to wait out the clock and get the last shot, maybe tie the game, go to overtime, or do you get a shot off as fast as you can and give the Warriors another chance to score as well?
You can't rush it, but the first good look, I think, is going to be the best one. Now whistles blow. Could be an opportunity for the Braves.
It looks like you're correct on that. Well, this is a big shot right here with just a minute left to go in this game.
She's going to give it up. Wow, I would have thought Indian Hill would try their luck with under a minute to go, but now ball controls it.
Maybe
and
a
she turns it over.
Play, but there's a turnover by the Warriors. I mean, that right there is probably a big question mark onto why she didn't take the shot. Maybe not comfortable in that position, but still, at the end of the day, I think you have to take at least a shot at it.
That is a key turnover, and now Mr. Ferry will call a timeout with just 32 seconds to go. All the Warriors have to do is hold the ball. The Braves are going to sell out to try and get a steal.
.8 seconds remain in this game. The Warriors lead 10-9 as Coach Ferry calls a timeout, regrouping, trying to get a play to keep the Braves away and try to prevent a turnover.
Yeah, I have to imagine if you're the Braves here and Coach Herman, you're just talking about how much pressure can we apply. Even if we pick up a foul at this point, that's no big deal. We just have to do everything we can to get this ball back because we are trailing and there's not a lot of time.
And we're about to get back into action. I do not see Laurel Black sideline as of now. I believe she has left the field.
Looks like she's just sitting behind the bench with the athletic trainer. No surprises there. Taylor McQuitty doing great work. And she will watch the final 30 seconds to see if her squad can pull this one out. Solar starts with it, and she goes immediately backwards looking for Hampton.
Nice
and now
pass
gets
there.
it to Farrell. This
And
one's
there's a
knocked
turnover.
away. The Braves have it. A real chance. Now the ball's on the ground.
There's going to be a foul called, and it's going to go to the possession of Warriors. 12 seconds remaining. Back over to Lily Billis with a smart play by Hampton right there.
And that's going to be all she wrote, Gabbard. The Braves can't get it now. 2-1. That is the horn.
Ring around the Rosie to end the game. The Warriors come back from a 8-4 deficit all the way up to winning this game 10-9 as the final seconds ticked off the clock. Lily Billis was the final person to touch the ball, just playing ring around the Rosie, and the Braves knew they could not get the ball from her.
The Kusel bell will be rung tonight in a thrilling comeback victory for the Mariemont Warriors. What a battle from start to finish. You see the highlights on your screen now. I mean, this game had everything you could ask for in a rivalry matchup. Trey, what do you think put the Warriors over the edge?
Coming out in the fourth quarter strong for sure. I mean, they just had their speed, their mentality to attack the ball has been amazing from the start to the fourth quarter to the end of it. And as we close this game out, I want to give a huge shout out to ICRC-TV for broadcasting this game alongside with our camera crew today, JP Whittakin, and as well as Mitchell Dieters. Of course, Will, calling this game with you has been amazing. And any final thoughts?
Not at all, Gabbard. I think you hit the nail right on the head. It's been a pleasure. Tune in next time on ICRC-TV. Final, Warriors 10, Braves 9. It's a win for the home squad.